for in the next man?
Pardon?
What are you looking for in a man now to wear this cologne?
I'm not looking for a man. Let's start there.
All right, well, that clip went crazy viral, millions of views. You want to see another Rihanna clip that for some reason never went viral?
If I had it my way, I want a man that loves me, cherishes me, values me, but they have to know my value in order to value me. They have to know my worth, and they can only know my worth if I know my worth. I want them to respect me, but I want fun times. I want fun times. I want laughs. I want laughs more than anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I looked it up. Rihanna is now in a long-term relationship with a man that she loves, and she's a mum to 2 boys, so good for her. But why does one clip go viral and the other one is ignored? I'm not looking for a man gets millions of views versus I'm looking for a man who loves me, who values me, who makes me laugh. But I have work to do on myself. He's only going to know my worth if I know my worth. That clip is ignored. Why? Isn't it suspicious how our culture celebrates women who say, I don't need a man?
Do men need women?
Yes.
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 Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
What would society be like without men?
I think the great men stay, the trash men go. Where's the trash man? Take them out.
What percentage of men are good and what percentage are trash?
10% are good.
Yeah.
90 of them are trash.
Yeah.
Consider the double standard and you tell me with a straight face that there's no sexism there. If a man says that he doesn't need a woman, he's sexist, bitter, hateful, and incel. But when women say that they don't need a man, that's strong, that's empowered. This is so clearly not a message about female empowerment. It is an explicitly hateful message about men. It is sexist. How can I be so sure? Well, it's because it is only in this one single area that we make this exception, where a woman is plainly missing something, and yet we frame that as a good thing.
If a woman says she needs a job with a purpose, she needs a life with adventure, she needs sex, we think that's fine. Everybody believes that if a woman doesn't have these things, she will be unhappy, or at least she will feel that something is missing. But if a woman says that she needs a man and that she won't feel complete until she has found the right relationship, we encourage her to go and find peace and spend some time alone and journal. It's not okay if you feel a void, if you don't have a man to love, because a successful, independent woman should not need a man. We have forced ourselves into believing that we should be happy alone. But love is natural, it's beautiful. We are social beings. We are not made to be alone and go off and meditate and journal and light our candles and be pleased with that. There's nothing wrong with you if you want to love and be loved. There's power in honoring your needs, all of them.
When Rihanna does a video saying, I'm not looking for a man, or you hear any woman say some variation of, I don't need a man, I'm happy alone, know this, she's lying. If you're a straight woman, why would a woman not want a man in her life? For comfort, for companionship, for love. Who wouldn't want that? And you've probably noticed this, that the women who are the most outwardly hateful towards men are the ones so clearly desperate for male approval.
To the incels who said I would be way hotter if I lost like 5 pounds, yeah, you're literally right. But I don't remember asking for a stinky man's opinion, so go to war and die already. That's all you're good for.
I'm not defending online trolls who pick on a woman for her weight, but clearly the insult hurt. It's affected her. And so her defense mechanism arises where she insults the men, calls them stinky, says, I don't care about your opinion. It's the sort of childlike reflex that you'd expect to see in a school playground, where one child says to another, I don't like you, and the other one's all hurt. And so out of anger, they say, well, I never liked you anyway. That's what we're seeing play out across Western culture. Women saying, I don't want men. I don't need them. I hate men. I'm happy on my own. They have to repeat it and say it loudly because deep, deep down, they do need men. Of course, women want to be in relationships with men. They want happy marriages. They want a supportive, loving, masculine partner. There's nothing shameful about that. That's completely natural.
I am not an independent woman. I do not care. Like, I make my own money. I have my own goals, but that doesn't mean I'm independent. Like, I need my man. I need to be like feminine in my relationship. Leave me out of that feminist. I am independent. I am not.
Women, there is nothing wrong with wanting a man. With needing a man, we are quite literally 2 halves of a biological equation. Speaking of biology, I want to take a quick moment to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Bathmate. When you're a teenage boy or in your early 20s, you're probably really proud of your cock. You had awesome, strong erections, they're happening all the time, but as you get older, not so much. A lot of guys contact me for advice about this. They want to know my thoughts on testosterone replacement therapy or erectile dysfunction medications, and they're not aware that a natural alternative exists for penis health. Bathmate products are a hydro pump that you use with water in the shower so that the pressure is distributed evenly. As you pump, it draws blood into your cock, giving you a strong erection. Psychologically, seeing yourself rock hard and big is a huge confidence booster. And doing this is really good for your penis health. It's how you exercise your cock. Blood coming in and out, that's the blood vessels getting a workout. That's why you get random boners through the night. If you're curious to know more, check out the Bathmate products available on their website. These guys have thousands of 5-star reviews. They're FDA inspected, they're manufactured in the UK, and they are so confident that you're going to love their product that they offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. You can try it, and if you don't like it, you get your money back. These guys really stand behind their product. They're confident you're going to see results. There's no risk, so give it a shot. Check out the link in the description box below, and you'll get an automatic 10% discount. Okay, back to why women should not feel ashamed for wanting a man, for desiring male approval. At a biological level, it makes no sense to deny that part of yourself because everything about you, everything about your womanhood was created in response to men. This is how evolution works. It's called sexual selection. Each gender evolved the traits and characteristics that they have in response to the sexual preferences of the opposite gender. It's why men are strong and logical, because women are attracted to those traits. They knew that partnering with men like that would be good for their overall health and survival. The men who are good at building shelters and hunting animals, those are the ones that are attractive. So the men who are strong, logical, and masculine, those are the ones who reproduce. And over generation after generation, women's preferences kept on reinforcing those traits, which is why men are the way that they are. When you look at a man, you are quite literally looking at biological evidence of what women find attractive. That's what shaped him to be the way that he is. If over the last 200,000 years, human females desired weak, small, feminine men, then that's what evolution would have shaped us to be like. The same works in reverse. When you look at a woman, you're looking at biological evidence of what men find attractive. We wanted women who were going to be good mothers, good at raising children, kind, caring, nurturing, loving. So through the generations, women evolved what we now call femininity. That's quite literally what men are attracted to. So you see, the idea of a woman saying, I don't need a man, I don't care what men think, it's ridiculous. It was the thoughts of men that made her what she is. And that's nothing to be embarrassed about. To love men, to need men, to value men, to care about what they think, to crave their acceptance and validation, all of that is completely normal.
And I talked to my husband and he taught me things. You know, men are here to teach us, to lead us, to teach us. I think my husband is one of the smartest men ever. He's taught me so many things. So that's, you know, that's one of his roles.
No, I hear you. Actually, that's one of the reasons I was attracted to my husband, because he's one of the smartest guys I think I've ever met. I'm in a constant history class, whether or not I want
to. That's what I mean.
I'm like, okay, whether or not I am ready to learn, I'm going to learn.
That's what I mean. Men can teach us so much.
This is what's normal, cherishing the opposite sex, appreciating what they do for us. These women obviously love men. That's clear, that's explicit. But guess what? This woman also loves men.
I hate men. Like, I hate men. If there's a hate club for men, I want to join it. I want to be in it because I hate men. There's just nothing about them at all that I like. I hate them.
Hate is a strong emotion, and you can only feel that kind of hate about something if at one point you loved it. Hate and love, they're like two sides of the same coin. If you truly did not care about men, your attitude would be one of indifference, not hate. You show me a woman who's like screaming and ranting, I hate all men. I've never needed a man. Oh, men are awful. I'm thinking this woman really cares about what men think. She's desperate for their approval. That's why she's in so much pain. Really, there should be no women that are so delusional as to think that they can live without men.
I don't think you understand. If all men were to disappear, the immediate catastrophe that would be.
For who?
Immediate catastrophe. I don't think...
How?
Okay, so water, sewage, electricity, gas, fuel, refinement, telecommunications, IT infrastructure, road maintenance, delivery drivers, police, fire rescue.
How about other things like fracking, electrical maintenance, nuclear engineering, like the list goes on and on and on.
Critical infrastructure, if all men disappeared, would fail within hours. The telecom network, loss of power would be, because there's nobody maintaining it.
I guess I just don't care about technology enough to care if the power goes out.
What about your OnlyFans,
of
though?
any population.
That's true.
But leaving aside how dependent men and women are on each other in the broader social context, at a personal level, it's okay to admit to yourself that you crave the approval of the opposite gender. Men know this. I have private consultations with guys every single week who are depressed because they're not getting the response from women that they want. It hurts in a unique way. It speaks to your sexual desirability. You can have the approval of your male friends and you can feel good about that. But if no woman ever sees value in you, no woman ever wants to sleep with you, that's going to hurt. And that pain that you experience, that's normal, that's natural. Women have the same thing. They want the approval of men. They want men to see them as desirable. And you can see how powerful this craving is by looking at how strongly women deny it.
Men are literally disgusting, and the fact that I am still attracted to them goes to show you that sexuality is 100% not a choice.
Men are uniquely positioned to validate a woman's femininity, to give her that stamp of approval. You are desirable. You are a top woman. You are winning with your femininity. Only a man can give her that. It's one of the reasons why high school girls consider it to be such a status symbol to have a boyfriend. You know, if she's got a man who's committed to her, it's like, whoa, that puts her in a whole new stratosphere of respect and status amongst her friends. She can already have a lot of approval from her parents, from her teachers, from her friends, but if a boy likes her and wants her to be his girlfriend, that's different. It's a special type of validation that only he can provide. Because he is a boy, he's the one in the position to validate her femininity. That's the game. And as always, when you've got somebody who is losing the game, as in a woman who's not feminine and is appealing to no man, she pretends like she's above it all, that she doesn't even want to play that game. No, that's just completely beneath me.
You know what just gives me like a little tickle, a little giggle? When women are all in this like, oh, you can't get a man because you're not in your feminine energy. Like, you're too in your masculine energy. The fuck did you think? What did you... Excuse me? Because I'm out here thinking women, we're the most educated group in society. We're out here making the most money. We pay our bills on time, and most of us are still shaving our legs. I mean, the fact that it is like a societal task for me to aesthetically fix myself for no damn reason, which takes hours upon hours, and yet I have to be at the same job the men are at for the same hours that they are at it, making the same amount of money they do, and I still have to pop a child out of my pussy, feed that child, raise that child, ensure that they are a normal functioning human being, because when have we ever seen a man do that on his own? I can't get into all that. I don't need, like, what is the contribution that I'm looking for? At what point, on top of all that, am I supposed to adjust my energy to attract a man? They don't know anything. They don't do anything. They use one product for an entire shower. I mean, think about just that. It's not giving what it said it's supposed to give. So my energy can be however the hell it wants. You do something about it. I'm cool over here. I'm cool.
Women need men. Women crave validation from men. That is a biological fact of reality. And the only difference that you're going to see woman to woman is the degree to which she's at peace with that. Does she accept reality or does she fight against it? Now, I've hinted at it a few times in this video that men also need female validation, and that's true. But then how do you account for those men who have left the dating market? Or those men who have gotten divorced and swear they're never going to get married again? What do you do with that data? Those guys who say they're happier without women in their lives, happier without being in a relationship. I've got some things to say on this topic that I think some guys are not going to like to hear. But if you're feeling courageous and you don't mind me flipping the mirror and talking about men's insecurities for a moment, then come on over to Patreon. That's where I post the longer versions of my videos. What you see here on YouTube, these are just the shortened abridged videos. The more in-depth stuff goes onto the Patreon version.